What's going on, YouTube? This is UngarToTheMax here. Salute. And there's a reason I called this a breaking UFC news. Because this is major UFC news. UFC 223 is in just, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. April 7th. And it was originally going to be Tony Ferguson against Khabib Nurmagomedov for the lightweight belt. And then the co-main event is going to be a rematch of the women's strawweight title between Rose Namajunas and Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Round 2. So things have changed a little bit. Because I just got an ESPN notification saying that, and I'll read you the quote exactly. Because I'm still stunned about this. This is from Brett Okamoto, who's an ESPN staff writer. Oh, no. No, come back. Shoot. But the highly anticipated bout between Tony Ferguson and Khabib Nurmagomedov is unfortunately not going to happen. Ferguson, yep. But, well, let me explain. A highly anticipated lightweight title fight between interim champion Tony Ferguson and Khabib Nurmagomedov has been canceled just 6 days before it was supposed to headline UFC 223 at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. UFC President Dana White told ESPN on Sunday that Ferguson, 23-3, has withdrawn from the bout due to a torn knee ligament. Featherweight champion, that's the 145-pound division, so the featherweight champion Max Holloway, with a record of 19-3, has agreed to take Ferguson's place and will face Nurmagomedov, 25-0, for the lightweight title. The 155-pound bout will still headline UFC 223 on April 7th. So think about this. Tony Ferguson had put in all this work to get ready for Khabib. And I believe this was the third time that they had tried to make this matchup. Because the last time, at UFC 209, Khabib missed weight, so the fight was canceled. And then something happened before that, where the fight got called off. So now they're going to have to try and make this highly anticipated fight between Khabib and Ferguson for a fourth time at a different point. But think about this. Max Holloway, who was originally supposed to fight at UFC 222, got injured. Max Holloway was originally scheduled to face Frankie Edgar in the main event of UFC 222 in Las Vegas. Well, Holloway is out, and Edgar ends up facing Brian Ortega in the co-main event. And the main event ends up being Chris Cyborg against Yana Kunitskaya for the women's featherweight championship. Cyborg absolutely destroyed Kunitskaya. But Ortega beat Edgar to set up a title match against Holloway. Well, what happens? As I said, Tony Ferguson and UFC 223 was scheduled to be Tony Ferguson against Khabib Nurmagomedov for the lightweight belt, since Conor McGregor hasn't defended it in 2 years, since UFC 205, which is ridiculous. He should have defended the belt, just like the UFC should have made Conor defend the featherweight belt after he won at UFC 194. He should not have been allowed to go, okay, I'm the featherweight belt champion. Now I'm going to step up and take the lightweight championship. No. You win a championship, you have to defend it. And then he goes and fights Nate Diaz twice. Come on. Okay, I'm getting away from the point, though. That's not the point. So, the lightweight championship will still be on the line. But how is Max Holloway going to get ready for Khabib and his ridiculous wrestling game with 1 week? Oh, and this is to headline a massive, yeah, I can't emphasize this enough, a massive fight. It's going to be amazing. But, and for this, I think it adds to the intrigue that Max Holloway is stepping up to go from the 145-pound division to the 155-pound division, which he said he would do. But on 1 week notice, he's doing this. 1 week. How is Max Holloway going to prepare for the wrestling style of Khabib? Because Khabib leans heavily on wrestling. So, how is Max Holloway going to do this? I'm absolutely stunned right now. I'm absolutely stunned. Here is, I'm going to see if I can get this to work.
Casual Fridays at Buckingham Palace. Surprising.
Hopefully you can hear this.
How much money Nathan saved by switching to Geico.
Tony Ferguson hurt himself. He tore his LCL.
That's
an injury that you don't need surgery on, but he actually tore it off the bone. He's going to need surgery on his knee.
Okay, so Tony Ferguson, who was your interim UFC lightweight champion, he was scheduled to face Khabib Nurmagomedov for the real title, UFC 223 in Brooklyn, just a week away. Now Tony is out, so what happens to UFC 223?
Well, the beautiful thing is we were able to pull together the champ at 145 pounds, Max Holloway, wants to step up, take this opportunity to fight Khabib for the 155-pound championship.
So you've got Max Holloway moving up on 6 days' notice.
6 days' notice.
Who is not a title holder of any kind, but this is for the official, undisputed 155-pound champion.
Exactly.
Okay, so what does that mean with Conor McGregor, who is currently your 155-pound champion?
Yeah, so as soon as these guys step in the ring and throw a punch, it's on for the title. And whoever wins the title, and we'll see what happens with Conor over the next several months. You know, I know he had expressed some interest in fighting in September.
Yeah, so Conor, as soon as Max Holloway or Khabib throw a punch at UFC 223, Conor, it will be on for the official lightweight championship, which I love, because Conor McGregor hasn't defended the belt in 2 years, so he should be rightfully vacated, although as Dana White said, he wants to fight in September. But guess who's training to fight in the UFC? Oh, I don't know. Take a guess. The same guy that Conor McGregor just fought in boxing and lost to in 10 rounds. That's right. Floyd freaking Mayweather. Why? You're 50-0 in boxing. You're retired. Why are you doing something this crazy? You're not... No. I'm sorry to any Floyd Mayweather fans who might see this video later, but Floyd Mayweather will get his butt kicked if he tries to face Conor McGregor or any UFC fighter. If he goes, I want to face Conor McGregor in the UFC, he will get his I almost said it. he will get his butt handed to him. Honestly. In all honesty. So, that's your breaking news. I needed to make a video because this is just... I'm still flabbergasted. Max Holloway, on 6 days now, notice, the 145-pound champion somehow has to prepare for Khabib Nurmagomedov, and it's for the lightweight championship. Plus, you have Rose Namajunas defending her 115-pound championship against the woman she knocked out at UFC 217, which is Joanna Jędrzejczyk, who at the time, before Namajunas knocked out Joanna, people around, including me, including myself, I thought, and many UFC fans thought, that Joanna could tie Ronda Rousey's record and possibly beat it. But, of course, that didn't happen. So, what's going to happen? Having Max Holloway come in on 6 days' notice adds so many questions to this fight. How is Max Holloway going to prepare for Khabib on 1 day notice? How is Khabib going to prepare for Max Holloway on a 1 week notice? How are the two of them going to prepare for each other on a 1 week notice? Will we ever see Tony Ferguson against Khabib Nurmagomedov? There's just so many unknowns. It's going to be... And I'm so excited for this fight now. If my excitement level for Ferguson versus Khabib was here, my excitement for Holloway versus Khabib is up here. Because there's so many unknowns. Plus, you have the 145-pound champion, the featherweight champion, Max Holloway, not only taking the fight on a short notice, but stepping up in weight class, taking the fight with 1 week notice, and somehow he has to prepare. When he was probably starting to prepare for Brian Ortega. What can I say? Max Holloway is a freaking dog. He is a dog. There's so many questions in this fight. It's going to be amazing. So, that's going to do it for this video. I wanted to do a live stream just because this breaking news is unbelievable. It's going... Again, the breaking news. Tony Ferguson, the interim UFC lightweight champion, is out of the main event against Khabib Nurmagomedov at UFC 223 in Brooklyn due to a torn LCL. And on 6 days' notice, the 145-pound champion, Max Holloway, is stepping up in weight class to face Khabib for the lightweight championship. It's going to be amazing. There's so many questions, like, how is Khabib going to adjust and prepare for Max Holloway on a 1 week notice? How is Max Holloway going to prepare for Khabib on 1 week notice? There's just so many questions, and it adds so much excitement and intrigue. I'm so excited. But I do hope eventually that Tony Ferguson against Khabib Nurmagomedov does happen. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I still can't believe this breaking news, but it's really happening. Dana White confirmed it. So it's Holloway against Khabib at UFC 223. It's Namajunas against Joanna Jędrzejczyk at UFC 223. And it's going to be Amanda Nunes against Raquel Pennington for the Women's Bantamweight Championship at UFC 224 in Brazil. Not sure what UFC 225 is going to be yet, but UFC 226, I'm so excited because it is Cleveland's champion, the heavyweight champion, Stipe Miocic, taking on the light heavyweight champion, Daniel Cormier, who's stepping up from the 205-pound division to challenge Stipe. It's going to be amazing. The UFC has a good series of fights, a good set of pay-per-view fights coming up. UFC 223 is going to be amazing. UFC 224 has the potential to be good, because Nunes has been involved in some exciting fights. And then, not sure about UFC 225, and then UFC 226 is going to be great. So, I'm looking forward to these next couple UFC pay-per-views. So, I'll do my own thoughts and analysis. I'll give my own analysis about the main event and co-main event of UFC 223 on sometime this week. So look for that video. But for now, this is UngarToTheMax signing off. Salute, go Cavs, go Jackets, and go Nova. See you guys. I'll see you later.